I don't even know if this is good lighting. I really can't tell. I hope it's not too revealing. I'm sick. I'm gross. I'm donuts. Did you see this? Lane got this for me from Burlington. He got it for me, and my coworker bought me this for Christmas. It's donuts, and my other coworker made this for me. It's donuts and donuts everywhere. Hello, I don't know if you could tell, but that last clip was insanely disorganized, and I did not focus that whole time I filmed for 13 minutes, and it was a mess and very incoherent. So I am going to refilm. I know the time period doesn't really make any sense because I'm sitting here, and it's been 2.5 weeks after my actual surgery date, and that was filmed, like, before February. So, sorry about that, but I'm going to rehash all the info, but in a more digestible, understandable way for you, because you don't deserve the mess that was gonna be. So, okay, here you go. And to make this even easier to understand, I have a list on the side of my computer, which is why I'm using Photo Booth in order to film this, so that I will upload it faster, and otherwise it will be months until I get this out, which we are not going to deal with. I have a lot of videos to put out, or they'll probably be put into a compilation video of healing updates. So we are going to start with the beginning of my story, which is I had my consultation. I did mention that in one of my pre-transition videos. I think it was the 4th part of the series. It did go very well. I'm talking about Minneapolis plastic surgery, where I met with Dr. Jarvis there. He is the surgeon, and it went well. I am approved for the periareolar double mastectomy, which, if you don't know, the common double mastectomy, which is the 2 cuts underneath the breasts that go from both sides inward. The periareolar, this is also known as the keyhole surgery, which is just underneath the nipple. They make an incision and pull out all the breast fat from there and stitch you back up. You still need the drains like normal, but that is the difference in this type of surgery. So that's what I was paying for. That's what I was going for. I do have pants on. I'm sorry you can't really tell, but it's not lewd. I'm sorry. That's just my leg. When I went in for my consultation, I think it was the 16th of October, 2018. I spoke with the Director of Patient Services, I believe her title is, and her name is Deborah, and I put down $1,000 in order to save the date of February 21st, 2019, which is where my surgery was scheduled to be. And I didn't know if I would have enough money by then, but I was darn sure going to try to save as much as I could. And I had also set up that GoFundMe, which many of you already know about as you have donated, so we will get to that in a bit. The $1,000 that I put down in order to save the date for the 21st of February 2019 went toward my entire payment, which was $9,732. Originally, when I found out about this surgery at MPS, I had heard from another trans guy who had gone in for the same surgery that I was going for. When he went, which was a couple of years before when my surgery was set for, his payment was $8,000. So I had originally planned to save $8,000 for the surgery. But that was not the case because it was almost $2,000 more when I found out. They had changed the price. So I needed to save an extra $2,000 anyway, in addition to the extra $2,000 that I hadn't planned for, because I don't have short-term disability at my job. And if I had wanted to get it, it wouldn't have been ready to apply by the time my surgery date was set. I would have had to wait an entire year anyway. So that extra $2,000 that I wanted to save would cover living expenses, bills, rent, everything else that I needed in order to just live, make sure that I didn't go into debt. While I was off work for 4 weeks, healing from the surgery. It was coming up on the end of 2018, and I only had about $5,000 in the bank. I had to take out a loan for $6,000 using my car as collateral until I paid the bank back. So I had to go to the DMV in town and update my car title before handing it back to the bank, because it had my old name on it since I had gotten my car in 2013, which was before my legal name change, and I had also moved 3 times within the last 6 years, so it had a very old address on it as well. So I updated that, my car title and gave that back to the bank. Sorry for the change of angle, but I forgot to put this in, so I'm going to do that really quick. It's important to know that I did also have to file for FMLA, which in America is Federal Medical Leave. I don't know if it's different in other countries, but in America, it ensures that you will not be fired from your job while you are on a legally allowed medical leave. And the reason that I decided to file for FMLA was because I have been in situations before with my job with employees who are no longer working at my job where they had tried to set me up to be fired because of prejudice, because of discrimination. And fortunately, just so everybody knows, the old HR is no longer working where I work, and the old supervisor and the two other people who were teamed up with all this chaos, they have all been fired. So I don't have to worry about them anymore, but I do still have a very strong concern, paranoia. Well, it's not paranoia because I have absolutely valid reasons for feeling like I should be concerned for my job security. But because of these reasons, I filed for federal medical leave. Obviously, I did not want to chance losing my job for something as stupid as people don't like trans people in where I work. So I did apply for FMLA and I was approved. So I'm not going to lose my job. On the note of my GoFundMe, I don't know what's going on out there. On the note of my GoFundMe, I just wanted to say a special thank you to everybody who contributed, and I know not everybody who contributed watches my YouTube, but for everybody who does watch my YouTube who contributed, thank you guys so much! We reached $1,015 on there, and I just want to say specifically, thank you, because, and I mean really, because of that $1,015, I was able to stay home and eat, and pay my rent, and afford my car insurance, which happened to come just a few days ago, and pay my other bills and medical expenses, and literally, you guys, like, you helped me out so much, and I cannot say thank you enough. So I just want to put that little bit in there because, wow, thank you. To get back into the loan that I had to get, I did receive that on the 1st of February of 2019. Then I had to send the remaining, because I had already paid $1,000 to MPS, I had to send the remaining $8,732 to MPS, that's Minneapolis Plastic Surgery, 2 weeks before surgery. So I did that before the 7th of February. I had to schedule a pre-op physical for the 13th of February because they wanted it 7 to 14 days prior to my surgery date. So I did schedule that. I went to my local primary care physician for my pre-op physical, which is different from a regular physical, and I did have to make sure the office understood that so I wouldn't be getting shorted on what I was there for. I had a form that I had to bring for the doctor nurse to look through in order to make sure that they did all the tests that Minneapolis Plastic Surgery wanted sent and faxed in to them prior to my surgery date. So my mom and I booked a hotel for Wednesday and Thursday night at the Ramada near MPS so we wouldn't be on the road the day of the surgery. And so we wound up staying there. My last day of work before I left to Minnesota was Tuesday, and then we left Wednesday morning to Minnesota because of the conditions on the road, and I'll get into that in a different video a little, but because of the conditions on the road, it was a 6.5 hour drive as opposed to the original 4.5 hour drive that it was intended to be because it was really, really snowy, blizzardy, drifts bad, real bad. But anyway, we did get there in one piece, and then surgery was 7 a.m. the next day, Thursday, and we left Friday. I do have videos to catalog that, and it won't be this video, but it will be the next video. So I just wanted to kind of free frame, disclaim, like this is what happened beforehand. And so we booked a hotel. I decided to pay her half the cost of gas per trip, which was for me like $30
to drive to Minnesota each time we had to go there, which was multiple times, and I'll get into that in the next video. We're coming to the end of this little video here, and I do want to say I had quite an experience at MPS. Surgery aside, the communication between the staff members and myself through emails, phone calls, the directions that I was given regarding pre-op care and post-op care, it was something else, and I will be reviewing my experience because I sure do have some things to say about their communication and formality. Regarding all the scheduling and general care. But that won't be this video. It will be coming after my next video sometime. So, once everything is kind of calmed down. The next thing I've got going on is going to be my 1-month checkup, but I won't know any information about that until later. So here is my pre-op, technically post-op because I'm sitting here post-op, but pre-op info before I send you the actual video of updates as they are happening chronologically, and they are late, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here, it's March 14th by now, but I was pretty medicated the first couple weeks, and I could not edit a video for the life of me. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks again, everyone who donated to the GoFundMe. I can't even tell you how much that means to me. You saved my skin. Okay, but I'm going to go for now, and I hope that you all are having a great time, a great night, and if you're not, you better tell your day or your night to knock it the hell off and start being better because you deserve better. Okay, I'm going to go now. Bye!